What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Haul Bound. This video, I'm going to be throwing in a fuel module on the Africa Twin. Got a Rapid Bike Evo right here. And this thing is really supposed to wake the bike up. It tunes it automatically. I'm not sure the intervals on it, but you basically throw it in, connect it to the injectors and everything. It's got all kinds of connection points on it, and I got an instruction manual for it. But you hook it all up and ride it, I think 90 miles, and then all of a sudden this thing's just supposed to turn into a beast after 90 miles. So I was gonna go with a plug-in tuner, but decided to go with this instead because it seemed like it was more mainstream for the Africa Twin. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this baby in and see how she runs. All right, so if you get a hold of Rapid Bike, they will send you an instruction manual for how to install this, because it's only supposed to be done by professionals. So, but I'm a professional, right? So it says to remove the seat and fuel tank, so that way you can get access to everything. And I think the air cleaner might have to come off too. So we'll go ahead and get that done. So it looks like the instruction manual is probably on a different model, so that's quite lovely. This is the harness that comes with it. Seems pretty nice. So we'll see if I can't figure out these instructions. All right, so it says to remove the black 2-pin and the blue, and to connect the Rapid Bike connectors in line with these right here. So right under the fuel rail. All right, so the instructions say to connect it in line, and you got a female and a male plug, and it says injector 1 and 2 on each end. That looks like a ground wire to plug in here. I should make note, I am no electrician. I am not good with wiring at all. So, hopefully this process goes smoothly. It's supposed to be plug and play. See if I can tuck everything away. I don't know how much space is under this with the fuel tank snug on there. I don't want everything getting smashed. Alright, so I couldn't find this crankshaft sensor until just now. I had to pop these off. These are normally sitting in here plugged in. Popped them off, and right down there, crankshaft sensor. One of those plugs. I think it's the left one, 6-pin. Holy smokes. That was much easier said than done. But I got it. I had to unplug a second one, which is this. That's the middle one, but that's the left one, the 6-pin. That was a pain. Alright, so it's been a couple days since the last clip. The reason for that is because the kit that was sent to me did not have the right adapter for the 2018 crank sensor. Basically, the harness just comes with these plugs with the kit normally. And down here on the left there, That is the crank sensor, which is 6-pin. So obviously that's not going to work. So the new adapter, wherever I put it, the new adapter has a pass-through. So male, female. And then it's got the two, of course. And then it's got the two that go into here. So that's pretty sweet. Just got a hold of them. It was like 2 or 3 days and I got it. So it's not terrible. All right, well, it wasn't pretty, but I think it should be okay. We'll see what happens. All right, now we have blue wire with the black stripe. Looks like the bottom wire. Tap it to the green wire on the Rapid Bike. Okay, there's that. I am no electrician, but as long as nothing's rubbing, I guess should be fine. That's why I submerged this thing in a big old river. Now the O2 sensor. Just pretty much zip tied everything around the existing bracket there. Wasn't too bad, pretty tight with the crash bars, but and it's running down through there, so as long as it's clear of the shock, should be fine. So then the last step, the easiest, just connect the ground. See what happens. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but it should do. Just to make sure everything works. Just really trying to avoid anything rubbing. I'll probably tape that up. But everything pretty much routed. So decided for the USB that I was just gonna plug that in and out whenever I decided to program it. There's no point in having the extra space in there and the weight, so. And then, yeah. Go ahead and throw the fuel tank back on, make sure everything kind of fits and ain't getting smashed. And then, I'll have to ride it 90 miles whenever I get some time. Well, looks like the tank went on good. I don't see anything pinching. So yeah. Okay, time for the moment of truth. No codes. Garmin still works. Oh, I hate this part. No codes. So it's been 6 months and 8,000 miles later, and I figured I would go ahead and sort of just film a little recap and thoughts of everything. I got some issues written up, and it's like 0 degrees out right now. As you can see, there's literally ice under the bike from it melting off of there. So I'm gonna be quick about this. From what I found, it seemed like right off the bat, it made a big difference. And it really didn't change after that. There wasn't really much of a 90-mile sort of break-in period. It was pretty much just right away, and it pretty much just stayed like that. It was a lot more peppy at the top end, a lot more torque, and just overall acceleration all over the place. It was a lot better. So I definitely feel like a tuner at least is absolutely necessary for this bike, just because it's kind of a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I really can't recommend this tuner though, primarily because of the customer service. If you have any issues with this thing whatsoever, it is a pain to get that figured out with the customer service. In my experience, I had 3 different calls with them, and they were all just a giant pain. So the first issue was on their website, they advertise you being able to choose multiple different maps based off of what exhaust or intake system you have, what stage you got. And I was told by the very pleasant lady over the phone that that is not true, and that I must have heard that somewhere. I don't know. I don't even remember what she said. It was something like that, though. She was not very nice. Um, and then the other issue I've had is a check engine light that comes on. The bike will be warmed up, like I'll warm it up in the garage, and I'll take off down the road. And it's like if I pin it down this first road, I'll get this check engine light that'll come on, and it's a O2 sensor code. Now this will go away after probably like 5 cycles of the key. And it doesn't affect engine performance at all, from what I've been able to tell. The lady over the phone said that my installation must have been incorrect and that I needed to go through and check all the connections, which I did, and obviously everything was right because it's very simple. And she didn't recommend me any other possible fixes or reasons for why it might be doing that. So it's still doing it. But, I mean, I don't care. It still runs like normal. And then I got this little red wire here. So basically what you can do is with this red wire is you can reset the code. So I just got this tucked in there and I can just reset it whenever I want. It seems like it only does it on that first rip. And then like once you ride it around for whatever reason, you can just rip on it full throttle all the way to red line and it'll never come on again. So I have no clue what that could be. But yeah, that's pretty much my overall thoughts. Really the only issues I've had with it. Some days it does seem like it is a dog, and others it's acting like a wild banshee. And I think that might just be the auto tune on there. I'm really not sure. So yeah, I really don't recommend this only because there's other options out there. I was looking at different companies before I bought this one, and this just seemed like it was what everyone was going with. So I would definitely look into some other companies. But overall, the bike does need a tuner on it just to wake it up, and it does the trick. So we'll catch you in the next one.